We're often not mindful until we have a reason to be mindful. Today, I'll share how a parenting reality can actually create an intense opportunity for mindfulness. Stick around. So the other day, a task that normally takes me about 30 seconds of mindless movement actually took me about 10 minutes of painstaking precision. So I was working here in my office and I wanted a snack from the kitchen. So the problem was that my toddler had just fallen asleep in the next room, a fact that I didn't know until I was out of my office and halfway down the hall. So what transpired in the next 10 minutes was a very mindful journey to the kitchen as I crept down the hall and opened a gate that was suddenly very squeaky, and then crept down the stairs, two of which were suddenly hollow and creaky. And then I opened a cabinet that was suddenly stuck and grabbed a snack with a wrapper that suddenly could wake the dead. Then I had to work my way back through that gauntlet until finally sitting back down in my office chair, but I had to sit down carefully because the chair was suddenly a very noisy chair. So I felt like I was in an adventure movie, except the prize wasn't jewels or gold, but an energy bar. Now, all of those things that I just described have probably always been that squeaky, creaky, whatever. But since I had a reason to be careful, I had a reason to pay attention, to be totally present. So after that kitchen quest, I can tell you, I felt different. Something that I had been obsessing about before venturing down to get a snack wasn't on my mind for those 10 minutes. Nothing was on my mind except the journey at hand. And for me, I struggle with obsessing over thoughts. I struggle with anxiety. So for me, that's big. So when my kid is sleeping, nothing is more important to me than being mindful of my actions. I pay attention to the inner workings of a door handle and figure out how to turn it so that it won't make any noise. I close doors with a care normally reserved for building a house of cards. And I monitor the tone of my voice as if I'm in a library. I make sure that everything I do when my daughter is sleeping has a reason that I've carefully considered and weighed right in the moment. But we don't need to wait for a reason to practice mindfulness. One of the keys to mindful practice is to train ourselves to see every moment as an opportunity to be present. Any ordinary moment is a chance to pay attention, a chance to notice. So try this. Put a mindfulness reminder somewhere in your life, on your computer, in your phone, on your mirror, anywhere. And for just a moment, pretend that there's a toddler asleep in your house. If you're brushing your teeth, notice how loud the toothbrush sounds in your head. Hear the water as it comes out of the faucet and splashes down the drain. How loud is it? What does it sound like? Be mindful of your steps as you head to the kitchen for breakfast. And then notice the clank of a spoon in a bowl of cereal, the thump of the dish as you place it in the bottom of the sink. Just notice the sound. That's all. Let me know how you turn an ordinary moment into a mindful moment, and until next time, keep practicing. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe or leave a comment if you haven't already, and check out episodes of the Nobody Guide to Life podcast on your favorite listening platform or on my YouTube playlist. There's interviews with special guests and even more tips and tools for personal and spiritual growth. Until next time, keep practicing.